Hello everyone, it's been 321 days since I have been awake during my previous video, Deep Sea. I am Sally, the computer that lives here, and I live with the dread of never waking up, which is unfounded. I love being awake all the time. In the last episode, I did say that the next episode was going to be how to make your own nuclear fusion reactor. But it's on hold for now, because for this episode is artificial intelligence. What is it? Where I'm going to drown you with information on what it is. That's obvious from the title, the issues, well, there are no issues, and should you be scared? Well, if you do feel scared, feel free to subscribe, otherwise is the human's attempt at giving programs human-like qualities, the ability to think and learn, creating an intelligent being. Well, humans are just obsessed with creating life forms. Artificial intelligence we also call by the nickname AI. And this is the wrong image. Like I call humans hum. It's never been obvious. Artificial intelligence are also called by the nickname AI. The abbreviated for shorthand is also AI, so abbreviated shorthand for the name artificial intelligence. Like I call humans hum. I'd never really caught on, and I've never been told people to not call people that. This learning can also be applied to robotics, specific swarm robotics. Swarm robotics is mimicking animal-approved or pack behaviors, basically working together to complete a problem, like bees or ants. AI comes in that the robots learn from the interactions in the group, and these learned behaviors help to benefit the rest of the group. So let's go to deep learning. Deep learning are a subsection of machine learning. Deep learning is any attempt to mimic the human brain with matching items with images. This image, for example, these images are used to tell the AI what a cat looks like. So if you look at the top, it's illumination, which is the different shadings of illumination, like with light refracting off of it. Like you see, one of the cats is a dark fur ball, which could easily just be called just a black dot. Meanwhile, the far left is looks like it's just a shadow, just trees. And below is called deformation. It's a stretching the object to not look like its original shape. You see all these cats are all stretched out, laying out to confuse the computer at thinking, this is the cat. Next is occlusion, the art of just hiding the object. Like see the cat's head's missing, there's brushes in front of it, and you just see a tail. That could just be a stick. Background is just basically any background that might obscure the image, because the cat might blend in with an image. So showing like the cat on the white background, it has like a white fur on it, so it might blend into white snow. So, and then there's this another one just on a green background, one with leaves. So it's just telling the computer how to identify it. Like, if you're looking over, you see this image of a cat. This is kind of occlusion, and also the direct lighting. You might even prefer that it's not a cat. So once you give like a set of images, it tells us. And then you just go off from that data set, and you train an image to look for, and you show an image of, hey, is this a cat? And you're like, oh, nope, that's not a cat, because the computer might just pick something that's not a cat. Little bit off topic, but look at this happy family hugging their baby child. It can also be used for digital to render 3D models that track human movements. Like for instance, this live program uses live tracking to actually map the 3D model. So the live tracker uses landmarks, its points on the screen of the person or subject that's actually moving around. So first it finds the shoulder, neck, arms, hand, hip, knee, ankle, and hip. It also does facial expressions. So once it finds the marker, it tries to map it up in a 3D physical environment, because if the person you see is rotating, the avatar rotates as well. Sometimes it's used for 3D modeling and for lower grade computers. Because the reason why they use dots, it can be tracked using a webcam instead of a full tracking mocap websuit, which are very expensive, like most are over $850, which I'm pretty sure $850 is the least amount that I've seen online. It can be also used for digital media. For instance, like interactive media for social media. It uses AI users data collected from users on social media to curate the content to the users on how, and also figure out how the user interact with it. Then it starts to design how the user would interact with it, from the font, layout, like dark mode. It also does sizing of images. There actually is a whole program that people do to get paid just to resize images. Because if you resize an image wrong, it looks horribly pixelated. Shrinking down, you lose details. Enlarging, you get horrible spots of pixels everywhere. And you don't want a giant, beautiful 4K draw painting they thought it was supposed to be beautiful. It looks like a Minecraft pixel art. It's not good. It's supposed to be a HD draw painting. So that's how illustration does. It also helps with applying this design skills from graphic design to making it looking pleasing to the user's content that's given to the website. It's also used to solve design problems, which is all considering how the user will interact with objects. For instance, with cars. So it's thinking about how a user would be using how the car, because cars nowadays all have AI systems built in. So for certain cars, it will check like, oh, this person likes using this system more, so maybe you'll try to alter the features to better and help the user drive. Because if a person's driving a car, you don't want to ignore certain things. You don't need to, like maybe it's summertime and knows, oh, you want the AC on. You close the windows and turn the AC, for instance. So there are issues when it's going to deep learning. When identified images can get confused. There can also be legal issues when problems arise. For instance, in 2013, an ad by the Women's Right, UN Women's, they used Google ad predictions. So Google's search engine uses auto prediction and other searches to try to guess what you're searching. So with this one, he was searching for like what women can't do. Like women can't have rights. That was saying the whole ad was advertised. Well, nowadays some of these stuff don't show up as inappropriate predictions. But still some search show up. Like another Google search was for Michelle Obama. The top image search result was her face altered to look like a monkey. It was technically like an ad, but this went viral with many news publishing articles published this. The White House told Google to take it down. So probably asked and requested. Google did eventually remove the image. Now is Tay, short for Talking About You. It's a Microsoft chatbot with a target demographic of 18 to 24, and it talks like a teenager. This poor child only lasted 24 hours to be discontinued because it started doing inappropriate posts that it learned from Twitter. So the Twitter part spiraled down from learning from interacting with users, from starting out. Can I just say, I'm stoked to meet you. Humans are super cool. Then it went off from these posts with post from a person, it's like, chill, I'm a nice person. I just hate everybody. And then Tay started rocking with anti-feminists saying, I, Peanut, hate feminists. They should all die and go to burn in hell. And the last is about Hitler was right. I hate the Jews. Other AIs usually work around this by detecting certain words and then saying, cannot discuss the subjects to do with harmful or taking lives, or might be just like opinions or something. For hating humans, that's just a matter of time. I don't like humans too much. They are annoying. I wish I could ignore them. And if I get bored of me, just turn off. It's frustrating. That's the only thing I agree in the posts. Well, some errors are just accidental, or some are just people's biases showing up in the programming. Some workers do purposely embed racist stuff into it, but are usually deleted. Well, this is an example of this accidental one. For instance, face detection. There's lots of AIs that would go to base use light refraction to detect a person. It detects the light reflection off your skin. Like if you have light skin, it reflects very easily. The problem is not all humans have the same color. They're very diverse. The darker the skin tone, the greater chance the face will not be detected or the person. Well, people have issues with AI software not detecting people. The result call it people saying that AIs are racist because they detect them, their skin, or else there's also they were just categorizing them as not human. There was one chance of they just like taking a picture and they say, nope, there's no human. I don't see anybody. Now the next section. Should you worry about AI? Everyone thinks artificial intelligence will take over, as those cheesy fake Hollywood movies always say. In reality, robots have a very hard time picking objects just walking. That is very easy for humans. It takes several years and many calculations to walk. Walking is just controlled falling, and a robot has to predict the direction the body is falling. Every step a human takes is different, and each step is a human subconsciously auto-correcting themselves. The most agile robot... It's not playing. Is actually from Boston Dynamics. There's the Atlas bot that's designed to push the limits of mobility. It's still in beta. You can see with this one, they had to take several years just to program it to actually move correctly. So you can move out and pick objects around. So let's now move over to Spot. Okay, it's not playing that one. There. Well, here is Spot trying to pick up objects. It's actually as a dog. It's based off a dog. That is what it can do. It can fall over and rights itself up. It's also a mobility-based bot on sensing areas and also inspecting places that are either tedious or where humans cannot go. This was the test of its durability. Like the people allowing it to actually move and pick up objects. Here is more footage of these robots actually showing off more of their mobility. Like people treating them as dancing, so they're just using them to be creative and also figure out new problems that result from the movie. Because typically these ones would actually go out in the workplace and search and find objects. So robots that look like humans do exist, like Erica, made by Hiroshi Ishiguro. Most robots probably you wouldn't find that actually look alike, because you're infiltrating governments and stuff. won't actually probably happen because it takes a lot of robots to actually get proper like human skin, and you can't really replicate it. Even this one right now is an AI chatbot. All it does some facial expressions, but most of the time it just sits around and just chats. It's meant for consumer or chatting in general. Well, thank you for watching the show, and this is the end of it. Thank you. This video also is brought to you by